Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Pada hari ini kita akan buat satu ulasan tentang satu buku, iaitu satu kitab tafsir yang saya anggap sebagai kitab tafsir yang terbaik, the best single volume interpretation of the Quran, the best tafsir, satu jilid. Okay, the title of the book is The Message of the Quran, by translated and explained by Muhammad Asad. Okay, it was published earlier published in 1980. Agak baru juga, tapi this version which I have is the Islamic Book Trust version, which was published in 2011. Okay, a little bit about the author. Muhammad Asad ni dia berasal daripada Austria, lahir pada tahun 1900. Dia asalnya beragama Yahudi, tapi selepas dia bertugas di negara-negara Arab seperti Tanah Arab Saudi, Palestin sebagai newspaper correspondent, dia juga pernah duduk dekat Egypt, Jordan, Damascus, Baghdad, Iran dan juga sampai Afghanistan. He immersed himself in the sources of Islam and understand, menyelami juga bahasa Arab dan budaya Arab Bedouin. So lastly dia masuk Islam. Nama asalnya adalah Leopold Weiss, diganti pula dengan Muhammad Asad semasa dia mengenal Islam. Asad, as we all know, means lion, singa dalam bahasa Arab. Okay, balik kepada nama asal dia iaitu Leopold tu, Leo tu lion. Okay, so dia meninggal pada tahun 1992 semasa dia duduk di Spanyol. Okay, a little bit about this, why I say this is the best. Before that, I will compare. I'm comparing this this kitab, this tafsir kitab, with other kitabs which I have come across, namely The Meaning of the Holy Quran by Abdullah Yusuf Ali. I think some of you are familiar with that. Seorang bangsa India, a popular kitab tafsir, also one volume. It was published around 1937, quite a long time ago, tapi it's a bit poetry like lah, so I would say that not as good as Asad. Okay, the other one which I also compare Asad would be towards understanding of the Holy Quran, the bridge version of the three or four volumes of Tahmil Quran by Sayyid Al-Mawdudi. This is more about Sharia and legal perspective of Islam lah. And the other one which I also compare against is the this one, the Quran with Annotated Interpretation in Modern English by Unal. This guy is from Turkey. This guy, so his tafsir dia lebih kepada scientific perspective lah. So I would rank Asad as number 1, Unal from Turkey tadi as number 2, and Abdullah Ali as number 3, and Sayyid Al-Mawdudi as number 4. So why I would say Asad is the best? You know why? Why I would say why is the best? Because in this tafsir, Asad tries to come up with a rendition of the Quran as a whole, as an integral whole of the word of God or decree. Okay, he uses a lot of cross-referencing with different surah and ayats. He gives a blend of literal translation or interpretation with references from early Mufassirin. You can see here in his pages, in his preface, works of reference, he mentioned a lot about other sources like Bukhari, Sahih, Kitab Muktabar, Sahih Jami' Kitab Hadis. Bukhari mentioned about the Kitab Sunan by the Qurani, okay, which is one of the ulama before the great ulama Fathul Bari, I think. About Ibn Hajar Asqalani, who wrote the Fathul Bari, which is the syarah kepada Sahih Bukhari, and also other kitab yang muktabar tafsir seperti Ibn Kathir, okay, which is a very popular tafsir, I think we all know, but this one is quite voluminous, about 10 volume. You beli yang tafsir terjemahan dalam bahasa Indonesia ada 10 volume, and of course ada scholar sebelum ni juga macam Ibn Taymiyah, Imam Jaluddin As-Sayuti, Al-Iqan, okay, Okay, Muslim, kitab Sahih Muslim, Al-Muwatta oleh Imam Malik, kitab tafsir Al-Kabir Imam Fakhr Razi, famous juga. Of course also the granddaddy of all tafsir, kitab Al-Jami' Al-Bayan At-Ta'wil Al-Quran oleh Imam Jari At-Tabari. This is number one lah. Kalau saya letak the biggest tafsir, the second one will be Ibn Kathir, tapi Ibn Kathir is more because dia lebih seorang muhadithin, dia banyak menggunakan sources, sumber-sumber yang sahih. Okay, and of course not forgetting the one of the most interesting tafsir bil ra'i, menggunakan pandangan, iaitu kitab Al-Kashaf yang ditulis oleh Syekh Umar Zamakhshari. These are his sources of referencing, which I think is quite a lot compared to other kitab tafsir which I previously mentioned, macam Holy Quran, The Meaning of Holy Quran by Abdul Ali, dan juga Sayyid Al-Mawdudi, dan juga Ali Unal. So basically let me show you a little bit about apa yang dia letak kat sini. Dia ada, this is the Fatihah, banyak. If you look at dia punya apa nama, muka surat ni, on the right hand side this is the original Arabic. This is my own highlighting lah, yang highlight semua ni is in Arabic. On the right hand side, side by side on the left would be the English translation, and at the bottom here he would explain his commentaries. He tried to show apa Zamakhshari cakap, or other translation lain lah, ada interpretation lain lah, which is very good. Okay, you can see further here. Okay, this is another example. There's a lot of cross-referencing, so actually he let us think, not just giving us the direct translation. So if you look at this, if you go through these pages, you'll find that you will be enjoying your understanding of the Quran. You're just not reading it as line by line or surah by surah, because in Quran you have to look at as an integral whole. That is the word of God or decree, perintah Allah secara keseluruhan. You cannot read in isolation. That's why it's very important that you have the cross-referencing, which Muhammad Asad did quite well, very well, I say, compared to the other three other translation yang I mentioned tadi. This is another example. A lot of commentaries. You read this like reading the explanation. You look at the font, it's slightly smaller than the translation in English, which is good, with the cross-referencing, so it's very interesting. Okay, as we go on, this is it's a thick book. It's about 1,700 pages. Again, it's one volume. If you want to understand the Quran in depth, this is the one. Okay, the good thing about this publication by Islamic Book Trust of Kuala Lumpur is that they added what we call the index at the back. Okay, the original version doesn't have index at the back. Index is reference to the surah, and the other index is with referencing to the commentary which he made, the one under his Arabic script, and the translation on the left, the English translation. So other than that, he has a few appendices. One of them is on the appendix 1. It's about the symbols in the Quran. All right, I think let me just show you a little bit, which is like that at the end, towards the end of the translation, and also one here on muqatta'at, which is the what you call the letters which is not explained by the Prophet. That's contoh Alif Lam Mim Yasin, which appears at the beginning of some surah, which is very interesting. He explains something like that. And I think the other way is about the concept of jinn, okay, and the Isra, Mi'raj, the night journey experienced by the Prophet. So he gives some explanation, which is should be a very interesting read for those who want to know Islam and the Quran in greater depth. So basically, this is a very good, I would say the best. I mentioned this is the best single volume translation or interpretation of the Quran. If you want to study Islam or Quran in a little bit deeper than the normal person, the lay person, without actually knowing Arabic or studying tafsir or ulum Quran or even Sharia, this is the best choice because only one volume. When this was published 10 years ago, 2011, the original one, the international version, was published in 1980. It's quite new, but the one published in KL, Islamic This one I bought in Kunia. Okay, you can see here Kunia. It costs about 110 ringgit. So I don't know now. I think it's out of stock. But if you would try to find this the best choice, Islamic Book Trial of Kuala Lumpur. I hope they publish this again. So I bought that in 2011, as you can see there. I think it's the best of all the tafsir in one volume. So unless you really want to go into deeper, like Ibn Kathir, which is like 10 volume, this is the best choice you can have. You want to study the Quran in greater depth instead of reading simple what do you call translation, which you can find at the market. In most bookstores you have something like that. Very simple translation, doesn't show much. At the bottom here tells a bit about Hadith Nabawi. You know, this is not a full. I know it's colorful and easy to read with tajweed, coding and whatnot, but it doesn't give you a real deep understanding of appreciation of the Quran, we say. So if you get something like this, then I think you enjoy studying the Quran better and appreciating what Islam is all about in more effective and enjoyable way. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much. If anything, please write below. Thank you for joining and watching my YouTube channel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. See you later. Bye bye.